So number 9 hitters will lead off the third innings for both teams. As the flag out in left center field, actually yanking on the pole pretty good. As the wind kicks up here at the Joe, I'm Ben Myers for SaratogaCountySports.com. Mitch Forshea, the designated hitter for Scotia Glenville, going to get things started off, and he will look at a strike and quickly be down 0-1. Stark brings it home again. This one's rolled over to the left side. Knights has it, fires across. Easy play for Myers as he squeezes it for the first out of the inning. So after a leadoff double by Schoonmaker to get things started in the top of the second for Scotia, Forshea is quickly dispatched by Stark, and Mancini will get things started over at the top of the Scotia lineup. So the wind bad enough that it has actually taken one of the ad signs off of one of the bullpens. This one out in left field, and they're actually going to have to call timeout, and a couple of players jog over and they're going to try and get this taken care of. Actually, a couple of the yellow markers on the top of the fence out in left field have also come off. We'll see if they try and police those up before we get things restarted. Stark comes over to the sideline. Wind gusts up even up here in the press box, knocking a couple of papers and cups all about. Around the majors this evening, just to give you something else to listen to, as even a third and fourth player have to go out there for Burn Hills. Around the majors this evening, Mets and Pirates tied at 0 in the bottom of the fourth. Tigers lead the Twins 4-0. It's the end of the third there. Indians are on top big against the Blue Jays 8-0. And they're playing that one up in Toronto. And as Jose Batista has anything to do with that, probably won't be 8-0 for too much longer. Brewers up 2-0 on the Reds in the top of the fourth there. Padres and Braves tied at 2 in the bottom of the third inning. Marlins up 3-0 on the Diamondbacks in the bottom of the second. Everything else later this evening. Finals from the day. Nationals doubled up the Phillies 2-1. Lannon getting the win, former Siena College product. Rangers beat the Rays 3-0. White Sox swept past the Red Sox 7-4. Astros beat the Cubs 3-1. Yankees got the win out in Oakland. Been playing pretty well out there on the West Coast. 4-2 over the Athletics today. A.J. Burnett moves to 6-3, drops his ERA to 3.86 on the season. Orioles beat the Mariners 2-1, and the Angels lost to the Royals 2-0. A couple more warm-up tosses for Stark, and we should be back to action. Looks like everything is going to be either yanked down or just plain old put away out there in left field. Looks like actually they're going to run into a little bit of a problem. Looks like they're cutting some zip ties out there just to get rid of one of those signs now, as the top had broken off, but the bottom had yet to give way. Now the grounds crew has it taken care of. So again, you can see the flex on the pole of the flag out in left center field. It's a windy one out there this evening. As we said, we had confirmed reports of tornadoes out in Springfield, Massachusetts, only a couple hours to the east of Troy. Those thunderstorms that created those tornadoes came through at about 1 in the afternoon here. A little bit of rain, but nothing the grounds crew couldn't handle. We started on time earlier this evening in the Class D final, won by Loudonville Christian over Germantown. So it looks like we're ready for baseball again. The wind subsides somewhat, so maybe we'll get back to action. So Mancini digs back in. Hadn't seen a pitch yet, and he'll take a fastball for a strike to get the at-bat started. Flew out to third base last time as he led off the game for the Tartans. Black bat waits for the ball, and this one's going to be bounced in by Stark, and even the count up at 1-1. Looked like an off-speed pitch there that got out of his grasp. And he'll wipe his brow and go back to work on the rubber. 1 foot on either side of the slab. Takes his step and brings it home. This one's going to be high and outside. Going to make it 2-1 on the starting shortstop for the Tartans. So Stark brings it from out behind his back, takes his sign, kicks, and brings it home, and this one's fouled straight back and almost got over the fence to give us some trouble up here in the press box, but it's stopped by the netting, and it goes to 2-2 against Stark, or for Stark against Mancini. Stark has what he likes, brings it home, and he gets a swing and a miss from Mancini. The ball bounces in front of Russell, pops out, and gets the put out 2-3. So give him a strikeout and a 2-3 put out, and it'll be the second out of the inning for the Tartans. Coming up now will be Dan Scotia, starting pitcher for Scotia this evening. Tartans came into the tournament this year 9-1 on the season. They were 1-5 outside the foothills, but we're 8-6 in the league. And if you go 500 in your league or better, or in the case of Burn Hills, scoring off points due to the sectional scoring and their schedule playing against double A's all year long, then you're in without question. So the Tartans qualified for the tournament despite a rough out-of-league record, and quickly Scotia goes up 2-0 in the at-bat. Scotia had an interesting at-bat to say the least last time around. Technically reached on an error on a throwing error by Knights at third base. Tried to get over to second base, and Russell hustled his way down the line, threw him out at second for the 5-2-4 put out. And that's the only runner, or that was the only time Scotia was faced until the second, when they had a couple of hits and had a scoring threat. And they were unable to cash in on that one. So a swing and a miss and a foul ball has the count even at 2-2. As Stark brings it home for the third one. Ground ball straight back through the middle, and this one's going to be a clean base hit for Scotia this time, and he's on with a 2-out single. Another pro action this evening. Boston and Vancouver get the Stanley Cup final start tonight. They should be dropping the puck in that one any second. Scotia takes his lead away from first base. Pretty solid one, too, but he won't go, as the first pitch from Stark is bounced in to Marcelo, who flew out to center field last time up back in the first inning. So Stark has what he likes. Big lead for Scotia over there first, but Marcelo's going to ground one over to the left side. Knight comes up with it, fires across, and that'll do it for the Tartans in the third inning. No runs, one hit, one man left. We'll be back with the bottom of the third as you listen and watch to SaratogaCountySports.com.